Al Lewison, fixing the blinds.
Welcome to today's Wealth WOD.
Workout of the day.
I'm going to talk today about goal setting and specifically what goals Al and I had back 20 years ago when we started investing in property, because it gets unrealistic now when you're buying multiple properties all the time. It seems unrealistic to people on how they can go from starting out to buying lots of properties year on year.
And goals are really corny, don't you think?
Yeah, I actually despise the term goals. It's like an excuse not to succeed. Someone sets a goal and they go, I didn't get there. Oh, that's no good. Or it's the old school motivation.
Simply the best sort of stuff.
Simply the best. Yeah, so, alright, so the basics on what I wanted way back when wasn't a Learjet. Not that I don't like Learjets, but I just wanted to not to have to work. I hated my alarm clock.
Yep.
That was pretty much it. I wanted the choice to get up or not. So
Pretty much the same.
It was more a vision. So my why, so I'll get Al, if you want to run through your strategy on goal setting and how it goes about.
So where Cam's go with that is, for both of us, it was more about a vision than a specific, I will have 148 billion properties because of that. It was a vision to go, I want this, and then we need to find a vehicle to do it. So, the why.
So why?
Can you want to see that?
Yeah.
Right here it says why.
No work.
No work. When?
What was the time frame? I think we wanted as soon as
About
possible.
10 years, didn't we?
Yeah.
We picked 10 years, guys, because we considered a property cycle. The whole cycle would go through, we'd have the chance to capitalise on the growth. And our rationale at the time was hold as much property as we can until a property cycle goes
So
through.
the jump, yeah.
How? Cam's writing growth properties, and these are bad texters. Growth properties.
Can you see that? Yeah, you can see it.
We're going to focus on growth properties. Cam's face right on your grill there. We're going to focus on growth properties.
Get rid of a few plates.
What?
What? So what are you going to do to get growth properties?
That's right.
Learn. You do some research. So you learn. By learning, I mean educate yourself and do lots of research.
Reading books, talking to people.
But what are you going to do really? So there's the first part of it. So you go, so you're reducing risk. The next is, this is a big one, guys. People often forget this. To not work and to do it as soon as possible, by buying growth properties, you actually have to buy property. This is a really basic one, but people always get caught up. They get all the way there and then they don't actually make the step.
No, you can just keep learning, can't you?
Yeah, we just keep learning. That'll get you there. Buy investment properties. Not ID, not fake ID.
So the steps for me, once you get these things nutted out, all you really need to look at is each day or each week and each month, what the next rung on the ladder is. So if I've got one property, all I'm doing is, what am I doing? I'm getting my next property. Why am I getting the next property? Because I don't want to work in 10 years, and I need to get investment properties to be able to do that, to go through the property cycle.
Can I I want to point out the difference with someone who gets to there, because really you've got to go through these steps. You learn and buy growth properties as soon as possible to get you to no work, right? It's pretty straightforward. The reason people don't get there is literally because they don't reassess. So they don't reassess this constantly. So we were probably the extreme. We were talking about it and thinking about it multiple times a day. Literally, we couldn't stop talking about and thinking about how we could get to this point. The issue is most people think about it, get excited about it, and then they don't do anything for 12 months. And they go, that's right, I've got to do something here. And they get excited, and they don't do something for 12 months.
Can I say a message to anyone out there who's been watching these WODs for the best part of a year, sitting on the fence, wanting to do it, but sitting on the fence? You've probably missed out on 50 grand.
Yeah, go back.
Because the market's moving, guys. It's been 12 months of market growth. 50?
Oh no, go back 18 months. I started really ramping up, I suppose, and buying a lot more properties in the Brizzy market, and we're buying lots up there for 160 grand. Now they're 260 grand. So there's been $100,000 price difference in buying the land purchase price.
So do you think you're sitting on the fence? And we're not even going at you guys, because I know it's hard sometimes to jump in, but as Cam's saying, you do need to jump in at some point. Are they missing out?
Yeah.
Is it getting harder for them the longer they wait?
Well, you could look at it another way and go, I won't buy now because I've already missed out on it. The reality is I was buying properties 18 months ago. I'm buying properties today. I'll buy properties in 6 months' time. Just buy them as fast as you can, basically, and as early as you can, so you don't miss out on the growth.
And there's some probably some rationale around that. Cam's still buying, but Cam's looking at different markets. So certain markets are moving, different pockets aren't, some aren't. It's about going back to, I'm learning and educating, I'm talking to the right people, getting advice, and I'm making the right decisions, but I'm taking action.
Yeah. So why, when, how, and what? Work out your why. That's your first step.
Yeah, cool. Thank you.